If you're watching this video and you are a man on the verge of turning 30 and you feel like you have no energy, you have no motivation, and you cannot break that cycle of bad habit that's keeping you stuck every single day, reaching out for comfort food, junk food, laying on the couch all day long, watching Netflix, playing video game, then this video is for you because I'm calling you out. And I relate to where you are right now because that was my old self. I had no drive at all as a man. I was feeling sluggish all day long. Just going to school, study, coming back home, playing video games, eating whatever it's available, and cycle was on repeat every single day. Well, how do you expect to take control of your life if every single day you're doing the same shit over and over? How are you supposed to progress, to move up to where you want to be? Like the man that you want to become is certainly not doing all of this shit right now. Why can't you break up that cycle? I'm gonna tell you why. It's because you don't know what you want, bro. It's that simple. Because if you know exactly what's driving you, if you know exactly the end destination, well, the action that you're gonna take today are going to be in line with that future self. Because you have to keep something in mind. The reason you are where you're at right now, it's your choice. It's your fault. It's a result of your past habits. So your future self, your future has to start now with the decision that you're making today. And there is no fucking point waiting. Because time is not your friend. Time is your enemy actually. Time is not playing in your favor. Realize that the world that we're living in right now, it's a 4-dimension world. You have the 3D space and you have the 4th dimension, which is time. But if I take a step forward right now and take a step back, I just end up being at the same position. Like, you can have some form of control within the space, but time doesn't work like that. Once you consume time, you cannot gain it back. So, that being said, knowing that factor, you have to create a sense of urgency and stop procrastinating, stop wasting your time, stop telling yourself you're gonna do it tomorrow, because we all know that it's a fucking lie. If you really want something, you're gonna do it now. There is no point waiting tomorrow. If you're hungry, you just go open your fridge and eat whatever it's available, right? You do it now, you're not waiting tomorrow. Why? Because you have that urgency to eat. Well, why don't you apply that same, why don't you have that same energy in your life, in your future self? Because if you want to take control of your life, if you're not happy where you are, well, you got to be objective with yourself. Are you happy with the way you look? Are you happy with the way you are? I was certainly not happy with my body, bro, but I was telling myself the same lies over and over. I'm gonna start tomorrow, I'm gonna do XYZ, but I was just telling those things to feel at peace with myself. Just creating that vision, like, have that sense of dopamine in my brain and just giving up on my dreams. That's not how you move forward. You got to create more urgency, bro. And most people will tell, yeah, but I don't feel the need of doing it. I'm not extremely sick. I don't have I'm not obese. The doctor, no, you didn't tell me I want to die. Like, bro, why do you want to wait the last minute before taking action? You have to think it as a preventive maintenance, right? You're not gonna bring your car to the mechanic because it's because it breaks at some point. No, every single month or every 3 months, you're gonna do a check on your car. Why? Because you want to maintain it. You want to make sure you perform at your best. You have to do the same with your body. I'm gonna share a quick story with you. There is one turning point in my life that actually made me realize that waiting is the worst thing that you can do. Because you think that you are in control of your time, but no, bro. You cannot predict what's gonna happen in the future. That's not in your power. And it's not because your routine's the same every day that most likely, you're gonna have all the time available to take action. That's not your power. That's God deciding what's gonna happen. And in the next day, something might happen. Like we had it with COVID in the past. That's not something you can control, right? It happened, and you had to adapt. Now maybe like you question yourself, you question your job, but my point is, events like will happen. If you want it or not, that's not in your power. But what you can do is now is the action that you can take to move closer to your goals instead of procrastinating. Like, why would you accept that state of low energy, low motivation, no drive every day? Walking in a room with no confidence, not having the courage to go and talk to the girl that you like. For me, it's unacceptable as a man to feel like that. But it has to start with yourself, with the way you look, your body. Like, the reason I start working out is because one day I was just playing soccer and I had an MCL injury. And I thought like I waste my life at this point. I had to stay 2 months sitting in my couch, just beating up myself every day. And that's when I realized that, hey, you know why? I have one life only. And that event, if that happened in the future, well, I got to be more aware that time is not something I can play with. I can play with my actions and my actions today. Instead of projecting my future plan in the future every single time, well, it's certainly not helping you, and it certainly didn't help me. And I learned it the hard way, but you don't have to. When I was laying in the couch like for 2 months, I was just eating junk food, like gaining more and more fat. And that's when I realized, you know what? I have to take control of my life, right? Otherwise, life's gonna control me. And everything starts with your body. It's that simple. When you start getting in shape, well, you learn different things. You learn discipline. You set a goal for yourself. You set a vision for yourself. And to move forward to that goal, like, you need to follow a plan, right? And you're making mistakes. You have some wins, but you keep going until you reach the state what you want. And then you realize that there's another level and you go after it, right? That's what fitness will teach you. It's discipline. It's about setting a vision and having a plan and not giving up. And once you can achieve that with your body, you realize that every single thing that you want in this life is the same logic, is the same process, right? You want something, let's say you want to start a business as well. Well, you have a vision, what's the business you wanna work in? Maybe for you wanna develop like a software, maybe you wanna go online, selling fitness or like personal branding, whatever, bro. You have that vision for yourself. Then there's a plan. Well, the plan would be to make content every day if you do online. Do content, you learn new skills like sales, like marketing. And the last step is you don't give up. You're gonna have some wins, you're gonna have some people saying yes, some people saying no, but that's part of the game. As long as you keep moving, you're making success. And that's how you take control of your life, bro, is by setting some vision, create a plan, and execute. Relentless execution, right? And emotionless as well. But that's why I love fitness, is because those basics, you learn it with yourself, you learn it with your body. You achieve something with your body, and you create like, a winner image. You tell yourself you're capable of doing things that you told yourself you're gonna do. Has to start with your body. Once you take control of your body, you're gonna feel good. You're gonna feel in a way better position with more energy, more focus, more clarity. And once you reach that state, well, those new ideas are gonna start coming at you. You're gonna attract people in your life, opportunities. And as a result of manifesting those things in your life, you will move up. Everything is connected, but you have to start with the baseline, which is your body, you as well, the way you eat, the way you train. Check your plates right now. How do you feed your body? Is it junk food? Is it processed food every single day? Well, no wonder why you feel like shit. If all you consume is garbage, well, don't expect something better for you, right? Guess what's gonna happen if you switch from whole food, from quality protein, fruits? If you start training 3, 4, 5 times every single week, you have a consistent sleep schedule, you hydrate yourself, you have some positive daily habits, what's gonna happen in 6, 12 months? Every single field that you're doing right now is an investment in your future self. You can even invest in your future self, or you can destroy your future self. If your habits are not in line with the person you want to be, well, most likely you're going backwards. That's not what you want. So first things first, where do you have to start? Well, it's very about being objective with your situation. Are you happy? If the answer is no, well, that's a trigger. That's a sign for you to change. Change the way you look. It's gonna change the way you feel. And once you feel, you're gonna have more confidence. And more confidence means more drive to go after the things that you want. How do you start in fitness? It's that easy. Go take a look at yourself in the mirror and just realize, hey, you have some extra belly fat, and that's completely fine. Don't beat up yourself. You can only beat up yourself if you keep going those shitty habits. But if you're willing to change, that's a win. That's a positive start, right? Awareness is the first step to change, right? You're aware of your situation. Then you're conscious that if you staying the same, well, it's not gonna benefit you. And after that, you take action, right? That's a 3-step. If you're watching video, I hope it's gonna trigger the first one, which is awareness, and realize that, hey, this is not your place. This is not where you want to be. There is something inside you that wants more, so go after it. So you realize where you are physically, and set a vision for yourself. How do you want to look? Do you want to have some abs, walking confidently in the beach, with your girls next to you, and she feel protected? You feel confident. You have a massive chest, some big shoulders, some abs popping. Yes, that's the kind of vision I'm telling about. Right? Set, create, and feel how you're gonna look, bro. And after that, create a plan. If your goal is to lose fat, it's easy. Set a calorie deficit and track your macros every single day. If you have no clue what's macros, well, that's just protein, carbs, and fats, right? That's the basics of nutrition. You got to master that if you want to be in shape. It's not only about doing tons of cardio and workout. Doing things without a plan will just give you some random result. That's not what you want. Remember, everything needs a plan. But once you get a vision, you need a plan. You have a calorie deficit, okay? You set your macros and you track them every single day. Might be boring, but hey, you want something different, you got to do the boring work. The boring work will give you the breakthrough, I promise you. And train. Start with three workouts per week. If you can move on to 4 or 5, that's perfect, right? If you have no clue how to do a workout plan, shoot me a DM. Right? There's my link, there's my IG link on this YouTube channel. Go follow me, drop me a DM. You say, hey, I've been watching your video. I'm looking to take my physique to the next level. How can we start? I'm gonna help you, bro. And the last step, once you have that vision, once you have the plan, you got to show up every day, bro. You don't have to rely on motivation. You just have to do the work no matter how you feel. Because remember, every single time you feel low, you got to keep in mind that everything that you're doing right now is for your future self. And not even for you, but imagine the people that you're gonna serve in the future. Maybe you have planned to get married, your wife, she's gonna be satisfied, she's gonna be proud to have a man that's in decent shape, that can provide for her. She can feel secure. She doesn't have to look at any other guy because you meant everything to her. Your kids, bro, imagine you being able to play with your kids. Be the guy who inspire. Not all of these guys that work in the park and they have just those tire belly hanging and the kid are fat. That's not the type of family that you want, right? You want to set that example in the future. It has to start now. Everything that you do right now, well, you're gonna see the result tomorrow. It's not overnight. I'm not here to lie to you. You're gonna see the result at some point in your life. But remember, you might have 25, 30, 35. That's completely fine. You still have a long time in front of you to live, to thrive, be at your best. And the deposit has to start now, right? That's exactly how I changed my life. I was overweight. I had that injury, that trigger moment that say, hey, got to do something, bro. And I've done something. And a few years down the road, I learned the hard way, but I've made it. And as a result of me being in shape, I left my corporate job and I started my online business. Now teaching people how to be in shape. This is how your life can completely change. Once you start focusing on yourself. My destiny was never to be a fitness coach because that was far from being my reality a few years ago. I was overweight, man. I don't know if you realize it. Like I completely rewrite my life. Most people thought that I would just end up staying at that corporate job. But at some point along the way, I had another desire. And that desire came from taking care of myself. I improved my body. I got more confidence, more energy, and I went after the thing I want. I find a new passion, I find a new purpose, serving people, inspiring people. There's no better way to live. Doing something that you love and getting paid just for inspiring and helping people that struggle with the same thing that you struggled in the past. I'm not claiming that you should be a fitness coach. No, it's not no passion, but I'm just saying, if you feel like your life is all over the place, you have no energy, you have no burning desire, you have no vision for yourself. And I'm not gonna say vision, I'm not saying, oh, I wanna make money. That's a kid mentality. We all want the same thing. But I'm talking on the inside, finding real fulfillment. And that will come by taking care of yourself. You take care of yourself, you leverage your body, you're gonna build confidence and discipline. And that same exact principle and habits, well, you can apply it in any single area of your life. Remember, it's about having a vision, a plan, and relentless execution. You do that with your body at first, you're gonna see the result, and then you go test it in different area of your life. For example, business and relationship, right? So start now, bro. There is no point waiting, because I promise you, something can happen tomorrow and you will look back, you're like, oh, I regret. I wish I had done this before. Don't be that guy. Be the guy that say, hey, I took action at this moment of my life and I never look back. And today I don't regret. That's the kind of self-thought that you want to have. Okay? So, this is the end of the video, and I'm very glad you're watching it, and I hope that's a wake-up call. Remember, my IG link is on the bio if you need help to get your physique to the next level, if you want to start gaining more energy, you want to improve your confidence, you want to look better, you want to feel better, well, just shoot me a DM, bro. I'll be more than happy to help. But again, it's all about taking action, no more waiting.